Yeah, it's your boy Fist in his house, bringing another great edition of Twitter Tweet Tuesdays. Ground War Domination 9v9 with the TAC 45. I just wanted to point out this video, just see how ridiculous this weapon is, how you can go positive, like 2.0 plus kill death ratios, 5 cabs, 10 defense, and still win the game. It's ridiculous. So let's get on with our Twitter Tweet Tuesdays questions. What do you think the overall best weapon is in Black Ops 2 from Charles? Well, Charles, I think, I mean, geez, you're looking at pistols. It's really hard to say in the realm of this game. It's very hard to say. Like, I mean, if you could do this with a pistol, and the snipers have the power they have, and shotguns are the way. I mean, it's a very complicated question. It is, because I mean, you could say, what is the overall best weapon? I mean, to me, it's probably what, maybe the Vector, and maybe the Evo, maybe the FAL with the selector switch. I would have to say within those three, and then this strange field of shotgun, pistols, and snipers. It just hasn't been completely figured out, because based on your gameplay and how you play in certain situations and game types, it's a toss-up. You just don't know. So I don't know. I mean, my go-to gun is right now. My go-to gun based on the hot fixes for short maps is the Vector. For the big maps, it's the FAL. All right, let's go on to our next. Thank you for your question, Charles. Let's go on to the next Twitter Tweet Tuesday question. Ghost writes, what do you dislike about Call of Duty generally? Well, mostly what I dislike about Call of Duty generally is the fact that Activision, I mean, listen, David Vonderhaar, and I'm going to talk about this in my next video about the map pack. I mean, a lot of people are just going to sit there and talk about it, but I'm going to actually tell you how things have changed and why maps are implemented. I mean, when you see my videos, you'll see the difference between my videos and other commentators' videos as to how in-depth we are with the game. And generally speaking, what I dislike about Call of Duty is the fact that, you know, Activision, and I mean, I really can't blame them because they are a corporation, not taking the proper steps to go into dedicated servers, working with Xbox Live and getting servers, and not being I don't know what it is. Maybe Xbox Live, you know, they got their hands twisted behind their back because EA was more powerful than Xbox in the beginning. You got to remember, EA was not on Xbox. They were just strictly on PS2, and they wanted their own servers, and Xbox for a long time held out on that, and finally they caved in. And maybe that's why Activision cannot get servers, because Xbox is stronger than them now. You know, it's a bigger brand name. That's generally what I dislike about it. The fact that the way it is set up now, peer-to-peer, where people are playing against each other, it's based on whoever has whatever connection, lag compensation, whatever setup they use. It's just not going to work anymore these days. You got 20 million people playing the game. And the fact is that, you know, somebody could have a better host because of their connection, but then all of a sudden, you know, they're playing on a wireless system, their sister and their brother and mother gets on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, you know, Netflix, and all of a sudden the whole lobby goes to shit. So I mean, that's what I generally dislike about Call of Duty. That is the #1 dislike in this game at this point in time. But it's a corporate decision. It's a corporate decision with Xbox Live and Activision, and how much strain that would put on the relationship between the fan base and the developers, whether people are at a price point to which they would pay for dedicated servers. I don't really know the answer to that question as far as that getting done, but that's generally what I dislike about the question goes. Really good question. Thank you very much. Let's go on to our next question. Our last question of the day for the video comes from Jeremy Frazier, and he asked, if you was using the SMR, what would your class setup be? So I'm assuming that he's asking how would I set it up to use it. Well, most likely I would use it with a selector switch. I did post a video on there. I posted plenty of videos on this. To me, I think the SMR off the hip is a strange weapon. I don't think you need a selector switch, but some people use it with a selector switch. I think it's better used with a laser sight and off the hip rushing, even though it has a mobility reduction of 5%. I think it's better with laser sight and a grip, or a laser sight grip or stock. Either way you want to use it. I think it's a better rushing assault weapon off the hip, and I think the pros will realize this after they nerfed the FAL. I think it's really good off the hip. Anyways, thank you for your questions. Until next week, it's your boy Fifth. Peace. I'm out.